I will
Yo,
let you talk all on your own, and I'll just stare at the screen.
about
About
what?
that,
We never.
Barbie.
I thought you said you wasn't gonna talk about the. All right, yo,
If it's about Barbie, I'm
welcome,
shutting the hell up.
welcome to the Rico Nico podcast. We're trying to get some new atmospheres and whatnot, and don't worry about the clicking in the background. That's just part of life. And we'll go with that.
And the live audience.
And the live audience, we'll call it
That's
that.
true. We have a live audience now.
So what we're gonna talk about? We're gonna talk about Messi playing for Miami.
That's true.
So he played. So Miami team is. I'm sorry, I don't know anybody.
It's Inter Miami.
It's called Inter Miami. How many teams in
You
Miami?
can just call it Miami.
Yeah.
I think just that one in first division. Yeah, just that one.
Okay. So you said recently Messi played his second game?
His second game, yeah.
That's when he scored 2 goals.
So
right?
when he made his debut, he came in the second half. So
Okay.
that's not technically starting. He started in the second game. He scored 2.
Okay. Miami went on to win the game.
Oh yeah, 4-0.
Okay, 4-0. All right, so 2 more. All right. My question is, okay, he retired from. I think you did say this. He retired from the most competitive league.
He retired from the elite soccer, which is the European.
Yeah, and then now he's basically still in play,
but it's not the same.
But not the same. It's just basically, they stay relevant, still stay active, still play, and also, and he's still gonna make money. So that he does more for the team in the city, per se, than just.
So they to try to match what Saudi Arabia was offering him, which was 700 mil a year.
I was gonna. And who's the name of that guy? The guy who was gonna play for Saudi Arabia, who's gonna get $1 billion.
Mbappe.
Mbappe.
No, it's not a bill. It's 700 also.
Yeah, but I think all the things that
everything together, then yeah, for 1 year.
For 1 year,
it's not even like it's like you get all this money for 1 year.
Man, talk about A-Rap.
Yeah, but of course he declined it. Yeah. But yeah. Okay. Anyway, so for Messi he's getting so for you to watch, I mean, legally, the way you should do it is you get Apple TV Plus, you get a separate subscription to watch the MLS. That's the soccer league for the US. He's gonna get a cut of that.
Out of the league?
Yes.
Wow.
He's gonna get a cut of from Apple. This man made deals with Apple to get a cut of the revenue from watching the league. Also getting a cut of the whole league, the whole MLS for the United States. He's getting a cut of that as revenue.
That's crazy.
He's also getting a cut of the Adidas shirts.
They get sold. So it's his jersey that gets sold.
And then on top of that, after 2 years, he's getting that's besides his salary, which is 10 mil.
Okay.
And then on top, yes, very modest for him. Because his offer was like 500 mil, 700 mil in Saudi Arabia. And on top of that, after 2 years, he's gonna get part ownership in the actual team.
Wow, that's crazy. Man, that boy got to be something else. How long do you think he'll play for?
I give him another till the World Cup, so probably another 3 years.
And until the World Cup, and then he's gonna go back and play to go toward the World Cup. No,
he's either gonna go back to Barcelona for one very last season, or he's just gonna retire in the US.
Huh. Okay. Where was he living before he took
in Paris?
Okay, he was living. All right,
so he was living in Paris. He was in PSG. That's Paris Saint-Germain. They got Neymar, which you've heard about him. Mbappe, which is the guy for the $1 billion just for that 1 year,
crazy.
And Messi. So Messi was making 30 mil over there, and I think he had 40% of his image rights. But don't quote me on that. That I'm not so sure about. So it was the 3 of them. So that was like a famous team because it was like all the Saudi like oil money from the Middle East. So they didn't have the revenue like as the actual team, but all these billionaires were just like throwing money at the team
just to get it.
So they ended up never getting a Champions League. Man, which crazy. Is like the goal for the elite soccer, which that's a whole other conversation. I think we did a podcast on that. So I think it's great that Messi came to the US because it puts soccer like in the spotlight. So for sure it's gonna be a little bit more famous now. And soccer has grown a lot. Like now you cannot find teams where you can just go show up and play for free. There's no 11-11s you can make to play for free. There's always at some park owned by somebody and they'll charge you money. It wasn't like that when I first got in here. So it's a good thing in the sense that soccer is growing.
Yeah, that's what's up.
But it's kind of more difficult because now you gotta pay every time $5 for every game.
Yeah, but that's where it starts. And then
That's how
you
it
know,
starts.
right now, as far as soccer, the most popular thing about soccer was women's soccer. I asked you if you were going to watch the women's World Cup, and
Oh no, I ain't going. I don't.
yeah, okay,
I've been to 2 women's soccer games now. Yeah,
okay.
the Orlando games and the US.
Okay. And like I said, if it builds into something, you know,
I feel like it will because soccer is like the US is such a mixture of everybody in the world,
right?
and now soccer was already growing, and with Messi being here,
I'm gonna tell you something I found funny about.
it might overtake football.
No, it's not. No, I'm gonna tell you why
Just saying.
soccer will never overtake American football, basketball, baseball, none of that. Last week I went to a hometown racetrack. And you know, car race, right? And it was dope, but I was deeply reminded about America's pride. And I thought about that. I'm not gonna call it a division, but I realized why there are very specific aspects of America that America is not gonna let go. It defines Americans, especially homegrown, Americans, especially white Americans. They are very open and they're very jovial and they're very, I would say, very welcoming to people. But different cultures or competing cultures, nah, not disrespectfully, but
I'm just saying times change.
Nah, not soccer. I'm gonna tell you why.
I went to a Colombia versus the US soccer game at the Raymond James. I'll never forget. I don't know why I remember this. There was this cute ass white girl.
Okay,
wearing.
Okay.
No, that one was allowed. Remember?
Yeah, go ahead now, please.
This was a soccer game at an American football stadium.
Right.
She was wearing the Colombia soccer jersey.
Okay.
The US versus Colombia.
Yeah.
That's when I said, in 40 years.
Nah,
in 40 years, hopefully I get to see that beautiful thing.
Nah, it's not gonna happen, man.
Things are gonna switch. I'm telling you.
I can tell you, soccer will be bigger. Soccer will be bigger, no doubt. Soccer's not replacing any American sport.
I'm telling you,
it's not. You know what?
Because America has become more and more global.
I'll give you credit. It could possibly, because look at hockey. Hockey has definitely made serious leaps and bounds. So I can respect that. I can respect the diversity of America. More people will play soccer. And as you can see, look at the sports that kids play. So Pop Warner football, baseball, basketball, those key sports at the collegiate level, at the elementary level and high school level and collegiate level, yeah, they're there. Soccer is definitely there, but it would have to take soccer's tough and just a lot of cardio. Soccer goes heavily against a lot of the lifestyles that live in America. So that's why hey, look, bro. Hey, first of all,
cannot do it if we got the cardio for it. You build up.
Listen, basketball is here, football is here, baseball is here, right? It's all in a tool with the hand. Soccer is even hockey, right? Soccer is foot.
Oh, you're interacting directly with the
right, and that means foot to ground. That means constantly running. Doesn't soccer have the biggest field? Like soccer has the biggest field in
it's the same as football,
right? But we don't run the entire
but you don't run like
field
that.
back and forth.
Not
that level of motion. Nah, man. Nah. So it's one of those things, and football's a lot of start and stop. Soccer's got its start and stops too, but man, it's running and it's a crazy volume.
Especially if you play the quick football,
right?
Which is like 6-6,
right? And that's why hockey is the closest thing to soccer, but it's the rink is
but it's very small. Yeah,
so it's still back and forth, but it's
soccer is very, very, very cardio intensive. That's right, for sure. And then the next day your whole body can hurt.
Right. So there's that, and the biggest thing I look at is like when I see you're not gonna sing country music to soccer. You're not gonna red, white, and blue and do flag flyovers and all that to soccer. They probably do it to soccer games now, but Americana and soccer or football, it just hasn't. It's going to be a while before they mesh.
Well, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. 40 years. I may never even see it.
It's going to be a lot longer than that. It's going to be a lot longer than that because America sees soccer as a European and
International
a Latino thing. That's what they look at it.
But before, they used to never even acknowledge it. So that's what I'm saying.
No, because America
growing on that.
sucked at it. America completely sucked at it, and America doesn't jive very well with things they're not good at. America doesn't like embracing things it's not good at. I don't know about in Japan. They love baseball. They love baseball, but Japanese individuals are those who strive for perfection. That's why you got some of the best pitchers and some of the greatest hitters that have come out of their league. Cricket, which is relative close to baseball. Americans don't get into cricket, but in Europe, India, the Caribbean, other places in the world, cricket be going hard, and cricket is a difficult game. It's really difficult.
I've never played it before.
It is, man, it's difficult. But the thing
Have
about
you ever played soccer before?
yeah, man, I don't think there's really much.
How long ago? What was it like?
How long ago? I used to play Sunday mornings with the Caribbean team. So it'd be like it was mostly Haitians, Bahamians, and Jamaicans. And we just used to go out and it was cool. But the time that the league was it was during the winter months. So like it was always cold air, going out there and running back and forth and a lot of spitting because your cardio had to be right.
Oh, yeah,
and
your cardio has to be right.
Oh man, and the thing about it is it's not just running. It's not just running back and forth. To be able to run and be skillful on the ground, to be able to dribble, bruh.
After you're tired.
Hey, in the midst and be able and still use balance against your
And how pro soccer is, if you look tired, they'll sub you. Because they don't want the other team noticing that and they'll try to play on your side.
Yeah, play
and then
hard.
now you'll screw them over.
Yeah. So
it's
on your hands
a
on
very
the knees,
difficult thing.
hands on the knees, and putting back up. You gotta.
Yeah, you can't put your hands on your nothing. You just gotta.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of soccer players, when they foul them, they stay on the floor like being dramatic, which is true.
But
they're just kind of breathing, or like they get down and they fix their laces. It's BS.
Right.
They're just tired.
You're ready to say, that's that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong
Yeah,
with that.
because you really get tired. Like even if your cardio is amazing, you're still gonna have time for like
your body's
if you
still
just
tired.
sprint and like half the field, you're not gonna do it back.
Right.
Or if you do it back, you're like, oh well, I'm gonna help with the defense, but hopefully I don't get the ball because I might mess up.
Right. Yeah, because you don't want to make errors out there. So, but no, man. As far as like what I do say with Messi coming in and showing, it's going to bolster money in Miami. It's going to do well for soccer. I don't know what's going to do with the female soccer league because there's still that whole idea about women's sports versus men's, male sports. And
that's not even a debate. Like the quality of men's sports is
like
which is so weird.
Which is so weird because collegiate women's sports is great to watch. Like women's basketball at a collegiate level, I'm always kind of questioning why that doesn't convert over into the pro league. Like why don't? Because man, we'll watch women's sports, not football naturally, but their basketball, their volleyball, their cross country, man, people are just in tune, if not as more in tune with female sports when it comes to collegiate and the Olympics. Whereas as men, because I feel sometimes men's sports and especially at the Olympic level, if you're not into that sport, you're not into that sport. So like when you see weightlifting, you'd be like, all right, dudes weightlifting, all right, cool, no way, and whatever they do in the country. You see women in weightlifting, you'd be like, God, who putting up the weight? Speed, swimming. There's a lot of weird ones like archery and stuff like that. When they do judo and whatnot, a lot of times people are more intuitive into the female sports when it comes to colleges and the Olympics. But when it comes to professional sports, it be falling flat. I be wondering why.
Let us know in the comments down below what you guys think. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. We'll be back at the Rico headquarters.
engine going off outside.